Hello everybody, today we're doing a tutorial from Los Angeles, California for Michael's Flower Garden. If you received your box of flowers, this is our $80 to $90 box. You got two types of greenery, lemon leaf, seeded eucalyptus or unusual kind of eucalyptus such as these, or you got grevillea or one of these flowers. You also got a filler wax flower, and then you got either this bushberry or hypericum berry. You got tulips or ranunculus, or you got stock or snapdragon. So there are two variations on that box. So you got 40 stems of regular flowers, then you've got about two full bunches of 1, 2, 3, 4 of your greenery. And now a lot of people are saying, what do I do with the flowers? Well, first of all, when they come, you got to cut them with the clippers, put them in warm water, and let them sit there. I did see one box today that froze up in Minnesota, so we have to get around some more flowers. FedEx man left them somewhere and they froze. It's been minus 14 degrees up in the north where I'm from. So, but I'm going to do a contemporary and a traditional design today with your box of flowers. So, I'm going to pile this all up. So this full bunches came in your box today. So it should look something like this. Again, this is our $85, $90 bunch. I recently ordered a bouquet from other companies, and it was a 20-stem bunch, and it was about this big in a box about this big for $85. So we like to give big value. But some of you, let's see, I'll start with the lemon leaf or the grevillea. Some of you don't know what to do with the flowers when you get them. So watch those tutorials. Watch my YouTube channel. Here we go. I'm going to take some greens. I'm going to do it the simple way. I'm just going to clean off the stems. I'm going to fill up this container with my grevillea. All stems are roughly twice the length of the vase, so there's one length, there's two lengths, right about there. Cleaning off the bottom and filling my container. So you're creating a grid. This will be our traditional style of design. I'm going to use half the flowers in one arrangement and half in the other. So we're trying to get this look, lower deck, upper deck, and right on top is your penthouse right there. You want to get all the decks. So I'm going to use half, not even half a bunch, of grevillea. We did a similar design the other day, but today I'm going to do some contemporary work. So I'm punching them in. Look at how I'm, again, always reminding you, hit them down sideways like this. Come from the side and punch it through to the other side of the vase. Not everything you put in a vase has to hit the bottom. They can go across the vase. Watch again, way down low. I'm going to punch it across the vase. Get a nice hair. Okay, what else did you get? You got a secondary green. Some kind of probably fun, new traditional, a non-traditional eucalyptus like this. There's all kinds of new varieties out in the market that I like very much. So I think a lot of you got what looks like a small miniature, in leaf size it is small, not in bunch size. I call it Italian yew, but it's called Parnavovia, something like that. Don't quote me on that. Sometimes they change the names on these things about every 10 years. Also, it's called different names. So now I'm adding some of that. Lower deck, upper deck, penthouse. This whole arrangement is going to take me like 5 minutes to make. Cleaning off the stem. Now remember, these are sitting in warm water for about an hour after you got them to let them hydrate. And there we have prepped our first. Again, I used up about not even half. I might be able to get 3 arrangements out of this $80 collection. There's your first setting. Ready? Got it? In LA today, I left Wisconsin, it was minus 14 degrees. Now we're going to do some stock. Stock is a strange flower. Sometimes it holds up for a week and a half, sometimes it holds up for 3 weeks. But it looks often dehydrated when it arrives. All you have to do is cut it and put it in warm water. It's not one of the longest lasting flowers on the market, no. But what I'm going to do now, as opposed to last week, is I'm going to zone my flowers. So I'm going to take 3 stock and put them on one side of the design, like that. I'm going to take 2 stock, so I'm using half the orders in each of the arrangements, and put it on this side. So zoning means I like flowers in one area. Now you've got either tulips or ranunculus in your order. I'm going to take some ranunculus and do the same thing. I'm going to zone them. Means all together in one area of your design. That's called zoning. Whether it's tulips or in this case ranunculus. I've got 5, so that's half the bunch. You got 10 tulips in a bunch. All flowers come in bunches of 10, except for roses and carnations. They come in bunches of 25. Now I'm going to pick out a few things and change it up. Okay, there's my ranunculus that I've added. I've got 2 more ranunculus I can use up. And again, your flowers will change once you get them in that water and arranged for a couple days. They start to evolve, they start to relax, they start to open up. So now I clustered and zoned my ranunculus on the other side of my design. And now you got a full bunch of waxflower, which is about $30 for a full bunch. I'm going to add in the places where I have not any flowers, but notice that how I'm siphoning it through the sides of my design, nice and low. So I can get all the decks, lower deck, upper deck, penthouse. And this will be the unifier, I call it. I'm going to put a little bit of this all over the arrangement. It's going to unify all the flowers together and cover up any spaces that I have. So you got a full bunch of wax, like $30 worth of wax. It's gonna go a long way for buffing up these designs. I know somebody showed me some arrangements they got for their birthday. They were very pretty, and there were like 2 flowers of every kind in a bouquet. It was probably around $65. But that's not what we're doing with this course. You're getting loose, full bunches of flowers straight from the farms of California that I want you to learn how to design. So call me after you've designed your arrangement, send me photos, and then I'll say this. So I'm almost done with this. 5 minutes of time. There's my first. This will be called the loose-based arrangement, made out of tulips, or in this case ranunculus. Now I'm going to tighten it up. This is very important. See, I'm tightening it up because I don't want it to look not full enough. So I'm going to scope it down. I'm going to scope my arrangement down. There you go. I'm going to tighten it up. See, I'm tucking them all in a little bit so everything comes a little bit closer together. And then I'm pulling some greens through. So there's your first arrangement you made from Michael's Flower Garden from your, it's either $85 or $90 depending on where you live. So it's a very natural, I'm going to bring a little bit close up, sort of that millennial organic look, and I'm going to set it right over here. Now, with the rest of our flowers, I've chosen a contemporary number. Woo! This will be fun. We haven't done a lot of contemporary lately. With your box of flowers from Michael's Flower Garden. That arrangement right there is around $55. Would sell in a store. Average. Some shops in New York would charge you $75, $80 for it. I don't know. Again, yes, it does depend on where you shop. So now we're going to do a contemporary design. Let's see what I can figure out. I'm going to take some of my Cornovia, I think it's called. And again, we're going to cluster and zone, but this time in a contemporary vibe. So, you can find these vases, I know, at Michael's or a flower, any flower shop can find. So look what I'm doing. I'm creating, this is called movement, by the way. I'm creating movement going that way. So I'm taking some more of my flowers from Michael's Flower Garden. Someone on my website said, "You're pricing like this arrangement." She said, "Oh, that would be $75, $85. And I said, "It depends on where you shop. If you get a little bit older flowers and they're ordering in massive bulks at like Trader Joe's, I don't think they do arrangements there, but let's just say you did. This would be half a bunch of, let's say, 15, 7, 14, 21, 30, maybe 35, 40. So it does depend on where you shop, but okay, let's go back to our arrangement. See what I've done? I've clustered my flowers in one zone. Now I'm going to take some wax flower, and I'm going to zone that as well on this curve, like that, and like that. So you got a full bunch of enough wax flower to do a third arrangement, like that. And now I'm going to take my stock. I have 5 stems left. Remember, everything you get from Michael's Flower Farm is in bunches of 10, unless it's roses or carnations. And I'm going to create a zone of stock. You've seen this variety of design in magazines. A lot of contemporary florists do it because they're not very good at designing other things. And this is very easy. So I'm going to start to bring the wave back. Really want that to have a nice lean. So there is my stock in a cluster and zone. And last, I have one more piece of stock. 11 stems in this bunch. Once in a while that happens, they miscount at the farms. So there's my stock, clustered and zone on a nice tilt. And last, what do I have? Tulips or ranunculus? Oh. What do I always say? It's always on the floor. If you're missing something, it's on the floor. Now I'm going to do, you put that there, I'll put it on there. I'll keep going. I'm going to put this bunch of tulips. So how easy is this? You just group everything. But again, pick it up and give it a nice lean. There you go. That's what we want. This arrangement would sell again about, there's 5, 10 stems in here at about $3 a piece would be 30, $10 with the other stuff 40. Then we're gonna add a little bit more, so 50, 55, 60 with your labor. Without the container, with your container it'd be 75, 85. So now I'm clustering and zoning my tulips, or in this case, ranunculus, together over here. It's kind of a corporate office look, if you ask me. Turning around, seeing it from both sides, giving it a nice angle. I'm going to take a little bit more. Now you do it now. This is where you become the artist. Does it need a little more of this or that? Yes, I want a little bit more down here, really flying out. It's still hitting that water, if I can put a little more water in there. That's called movement in flower design. And now I'm going to take a little bit of grevillea, and right at this end, I'm going to cap it off. This design's go out to Barbara. Barbara, call me. I want to see your arrangement, and I want to see your flowers. Yes, I'm telling you, I had done a tutorial and online flower growers and asked them for samples, and they sent me samples, and for $85 I got 20 stems, so it was $4 a piece, 4 to more a piece. Now I'm just going to lower these side pieces a little bit. Here's a trick, right over here. See, I'm lowering that to bring the look down. And there's your contemporary design for your home or office. I hope these tutorials help you understand. But see, here's where you become the artist. You play with them, you pull them up, you pull them down a little bit. I think that's very pretty. We're doing it in 5 minutes. I'm going to add a little more touch of wax These last few strokes are the very important part. I'm going to bring the eye down. See, I just added that piece right down to finish off my design. That's the little touches I teach you in class when I'm standing over your shoulder. You know, on this side it didn't work so much. But now I probably would fill this up, a little more water, make sure everything's hitting the stems. Again, when your designs go out, it's up to your client to keep them filled with water. I still have enough product left over. I'm going to do a third design. Oh my God, I didn't even use my berries. You have hypericum berries in your list. Now this orange just went up another $10. Now it's $65. I forgot to add some hypericum. Or in this case, I think they call this gooseberry. I'm going to add a little berry on the end. And the little berry, hypericum berry, you could have 3 or 4 stems on each one of these. I'm going to add a little berry on this one right there. And a little berry on this side right over there. There, fills it out nicely. Gives it a little kick. So there are your 2 designs on my tutorial for Michael's Flower Garden. Check them out. Contemporary or traditional? What lane are you going to swim in? Which one do you want sitting on your long side table in your dining room? So Michael Gaffney, stick around. I'm going to do another design. I've got more flowers to work with today. These are all from Michael's Flower Garden. Mail me with your questions. Don't hang up. Send me your questions. Tell me what you're doing. I want to see samples of your flowers. I answer your emails and I answer the phone calls. So michaelsflowergarden.com or flowerschool101.com. Keep blooming from LA.